So, continuing the story. My roommates were talking next to my computer. So goes my computer, a refrigerator, and then a bookshelf. And one of them put their hands out on the bookshelf, and the cord started moving, the Ethernet cord, which snakes up to the ceiling because it's actually wired. And I was like, hey, stop what you're doing, stop what you're doing. You're moving the cord. And they actually didn't hear me, but he moved his hand anyway. Like, it's just the way he was talking. But I was like, dude, you realized you were moving the cord, right? And he's like, no, I wasn't touching anything. And as we were both standing there talking, none of us touching our computers at all, the cord started moving again. So my guess is that there's raccoons in the attic, and they found the cord, and they will occasionally sit there and like pull on it. Or they thought it was something to like make a nest out of, and then they realized that it was way too long, and they weren't gonna do that. That's my 2 cents. And hopefully I come back on. My Twitch doesn't seem to be, it says I'm live. However, I don't see my face. Let's go ahead and refresh Twitch here. Maybe I can actually see what's going on. And hopefully chat will refresh also. Okay, well, it refreshed. I'm showing up. I just don't know if anybody's left in chat here. It says nobody's here, but Revlo should still be here. I should be here. Do I need to go ahead and relaunch Moobot and Revlo? Okay, there we go. Back now though, it's twitchy. Okay, well. Okay, I'm back. I hope all of you are back. It's very possible you're not though. Thank you for joining, those of you who do. Oh, okay, well, we got 3 people still in here, so that's great. Just a second. My roommate showed up. That squeaky, squeaky, squeaky? Yes. Okay, so with the internet issues and the roommate thinks it's squirrels outside on on a tree that's like next to the house. Anything's possible. But yeah, they're super loud, super chittery. Could be squirrels, could be raccoons, could be God knows what. The weird thing from Stranger Things. I hope it's not that. I probably am just gonna give myself nightmares. Speaking of nightmares, the dream I had last night was crazy. Like, I have epic dreams, so this was a good one. This was like story worthy. Like, this could be a little. I was part of a paranormal investigation team, and we had gone out to an old, what we thought was abandoned hospital. But we met up with with the nurse, the head nurse there, and we were discussing with her about, what she was doing there, how many patients she had, and all that. So we were still in the very beginning, and then one of her patients walks in, and it's a zombie. since we're a paranormal investigation team, we've already dealt with zombies. We're like, we need to get rid of this. This is a huge threat. It's like yeah, but this particular zombie actually listened to the nurse and paid attention to her, and then went back to whatever she was doing because that one was a girl. Um, and we're like, we really can't allow you to have a zombie person, even if they pay attention to you. The risk of spreading it is much too great. And she's like, well, there's 420 souls here. What do you expect me to do? And like, wait, you have 420 zombies here? And apparently she was caring for these zombies, not quite sure how, but they actually listened to her. And what we found out through our investigation is that zombies responded to the flow of blood. So if you actually had, red blood flowing through you, they would respond to that and they would wake up and they would come find you. So basically, she just said, we realized we just had to stay calm because it was loud noises woke them up, kind of like The Walking Dead, where noises attract them if you pretend to be part of them. Like if you're chill, that was fine. But the more your blood got flowing, the more you ran, the more you got scared, the more whatever heartbeat kind of thing, the more likely they were to come after you. And so the rest of the dream was us trying to get away from some of the zombies, some of the more aggressive ones, as fast as possible without elevating our heart rate too much. So it was just, it became a crazy, crazy dream where we're running away from them, and one of our team members had actually gotten bitten, and she's like, this is it, I'm gonna die. And basically, the zombies had to purge uh, or when a newly created zombie, when they got infected, they had to purge the blood from their system. So she's like, "This is it. I'm done. I'm gonna die," and she just started throwing up blood. It's just because apparently, as a zombie, you don't actually have blood in you, but you crave that sound, that feeling. So you go and you try to eat the other humans. You want brains, but you also want the warm feeling of blood because you're always cold. Um, but yeah, so that was my dream last night. It was this whole adventure about being a paranormal investigator and zombies in an abandoned hospital. Okay, so I've done 2 rows of single crochet and come up with this. So this would be the cuff of the mitten. So it's a little looser than, like, if this was a mitten I was wearing, it's a little looser than I'd like. I might actually, I'm gonna have to count the single crochet stitches and then go ahead and tighten it up a bit so that I can make the rest of the mitten. And they're literally like chittering critters outside of my window. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 8, 29, 30, 1, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, 40, 41, 42, 43, 44. Well, I did my 44. However, I do think I need to go down to 40. Um, and then I'll try it, and if not, I'll rip back. So we'll skip one here. This is gonna be single crochet because I don't think slip stitch is what I think slip stitch is in this particular pattern. Because I mean, if I look at the actual picture, it does look like single crochet, not this. The very first row looks like slip stitch possibly, but not the rest of the cuff. So, alright, so I've taken out one. And we'll keep going around, and I'll take out 4 total. And then I should end up with 40 at the end. And hopefully a slightly more snug fitting cuff here. It'll be a little balloony, but okay. Alright, I have 1 hour left of the stream. I do have a lunch meeting, so we'll have to make that up. Okay, so take out 2, so this is the second one I'm skipping. Actually, these I should probably be also doing in the back loop to keep it like tight. Alright, so we're gonna go, and these ones are all gonna be back loop. It just, right now that makes sense. So, but I'm still need to skip, I still need to skip the ones, the 4. Alright, so they're skipping 1 right there, right here at the beginning. And my stitch marker is getting a little bit in the way. Okay, so I got 1 skipped. I realize my cameras are not set up great. Like, you can only see part of me when I do it. But if I move the camera back a bit, like, all you see is my chest. And while dudes who are really here to, like, not watch the craft might like that, it doesn't feel appropriate. Alright, so skip 2. I just did my second skip one there to reduce it. So going on the inside here to keep it nice and snug against the wrist. Alright, so alright, and here's 3, my third reduction. I should probably stop like bouncing my leg. I can tell I'm shaking the whole computer. Oops, sorry guys. Hope y'all don't get a little motion sick from that. Ow. Wrist stretches. Okay. Keep going, keep going, keep going. I need 1 more stitch reduction. We'll do this right here. And then single crochet back loops all to the end. Yay! All the way to the end. I still need to look up the single crochet versus slip stitch in UK versus US terms. I have a feeling that might help out with my misunderstanding and confusion, really. Alright, so where'd my blue stitch marker go? I mean, I could use the paper clip. I have stitch markers for a reason. There. Oops, sorry about that. Alright, so there we go. Here's our cuff. I should probably write down what I'm actually doing, so when I go to make the second one, they are alike. So I have, so starting. I did 5 rows. and I did 44 of slip stitch. 1 row, 44 of single crochet. Actually I did 2 rows. I think I did 2 rows. 2 rows, 44 single crochet. 1 row, 40 back loop, single crochet. And I think I will do 1 more row, so we'll go 2 rows of 40 back loop. Wow. Yeah, we want it to be back loop, single crochet. And then we will start with the actual color pattern. And hopefully I can do that too. Alright. Okay, back loop, single crochet. I think if I had continued making it as I was reading the pattern, it would be a very small, like doll-sized mitten. I'm also wondering if I should set this up in a bobbin format, where I have like the purple on a bobbin to switch colors around, because I will be doing a lot of color switching. It's like every 2 stitches. What's our little pattern look like here? A color pattern is stitch, stitch, switch color, stitch, stitch, switch color, switch, stitch. Yeah. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. Sorry for the sniffles, guys. Okay, now this is starting to look like a proper mitten cuff. Alright, so I got these new headphones for Christmas, and for the most part I like them. Now, here's what I don't like. They're a little too big. I have a small head, and they're heavy, and while the cushioning that they have on the ears is very, very comfortable, it's also slightly slippery, so it slips off my head. If I was to lean forward now, like too far, my headphones would slide right in front of my face. What I like about them is that they are wireless. Granted, you see the wire hanging down from them right now. It's because I forgot to charge them last night. I'm kind of really bad at charging them. Mittens, mittens. Airplane 372 underscore wolf. Thank you for the host. And Yellow Demand. Thank you for the host also. Okay, I'm really excited to finish this row, because then I get to start the actual pattern. And this is the part I'm nervous about, is the pattern. Okay. Northern 111 and Rudy Rudy 8. Huh. Thank you so much for those hosts. Checking other messages. Alright. Astro Pirate. Pirate. 123. Thank you for the host. Una pirata. That's what I was thinking. Pirate. Okay. Boom. My cuff. Mitten cuff. Okay. The pattern is simple. 2 times 2 meaning there are 2 stitches of white, 2 stitches of brown alternating. Well, green and purple. And there are 2 similar rows on the top of each other. Every second row, you'll need to crochet 4 in stitches at the color at the seam in order to change the 2x2 color blocks. Okay, well. My gosh, my phone is going nuts. Sammy Mash, thank you for the host. Okay, so we're starting now. X is green. Green. O's are purple. So I change at the seam. And the seam is where I start and end, so it's gonna go one, two. Probably should have opened the yarn sooner. I'm guessing it's gonna pull from this side. Oh my god, did I find it right away? Boom. That is super rare. And pull through. And 1. And 2. Okay, so the purple's slightly thicker than the green is. So yeah, there's going to be a lot of yarn twisting here so I don't get it actually twisted on the project. Alright, and 1 and 2. And switch again. So this comes here. I should have done that inside of there, but I didn't. So pull through. And 1 and 2. Pull through. And 1 and 2. Okay, well the color's looking good so far. Like Boss, Colonel Flunk, and Rage Gauge Gamers, thank you very much for those hosts. And here's number 2. Oh no, I left the purple on the wrong side. Yeah, this is what I mean by I'm gonna have to be a little more careful. Alright. So that's 1 and 2. Pull through, that comes over here. And then the green. Yeah, okay, so everything has to come back to the back. And 1. 1 and